that work? Okay. This letter is, and you see it in why I've held off showing you. But the letters to Dr. Anthony Leo and Jack Duesenberry, who's the CEO of Covenant. Our city government and myself have watched as two of our city's best healthcare resources have disagreed publicly regarding their views for the future of healthcare in Oelwein. Many in the community have requested intervention by city government. I believe I speak for the council and the Oelwein Chamber and Area Development, or OCAD, when we say that we stand willing to assist where I will all assist, and that is assistance of two valuable resources. Dr. Leo, and I'm saying this personally, you are not only an outstanding physician and a surgeon in your field, you are an integral part of our community, our community's healthcare system. You have saved countless lives that I know of. You've prolonged the lives of friends and colleagues of mine, and you've been selfless in giving your time and energy to your patients, your church, and our community schools. We do not want to lose you at a personal level or a professional level. Mercy Hospital, as part of the Covenant Wheaton Franciscan system, is also vital to the community. By all accounts of people on both sides of this issue, the staff at the hospital is one of the best in Eastern Iowa and provides an atmosphere of personalized caring to individuals seeking health care services there. Mercy has been a willing partner with the community in many ventures, helping to make them successful. We don't want your future jeopardized, and we can't afford to have our hospital reduced in size or scope. But unfortunately, our role as a city in the conflict between Dr. Leo and the Covenant system is limited. It is a private matter involving two private entities in negotiating their future business relationship. Our role as a city is to be available to Dr. Leo through OCAD, to work with relocation of his practice, and offer any other assistance needed in making changes as a result of corporate decisions of which we have no control. We are also willing to work with those on the two sides who want to positively affect the future of healthcare in Oelwein. We need to recruit the next generation of healthcare providers. We need to sustain those who wish to continue to practice in our community. And we need to envision where Oelwein and its healthcare providers need to be in the context of the federal healthcare legislation recently passed by Congress. We are willing, and I say this, we as a council, are willing to facilitate those activities. But in the end, those decisions will remain in the private sector. The common ground in this situation, you just addressed it, is a wish to provide excellent health care to the people in this community. That spreads from Dr. Leo, other physicians and the healthcare providers in our town, to Mercy Hospital and staff, the administration, and the Covenant system. And that's where we have to focus, on finding the common ground and working out from there. And I think, Anthony, your comment about trying to work forward and trying to identify the areas that the community needs to, in essence, compete with surrounding community. As you know, I got a meeting, and I think some of the council members may not be aware of this. We had a meeting with Oelwein Rundle, who's one of the board members of Covenant, Thursday night. And we invited representatives from the coalition to go over, and there was two issues. One is obviously the lease. The second one is that laundry list that your coalition's done a beautiful job of documenting in terms of what other community hospitals are doing, and which seem to be passing up what we've done so far in our community. And Wally did meet with Mr. Duesenberry this morning. Candidly, he made it clear that the lease issue, as far as he's concerned, is done. But he was also willing to continue discussions on where we need to improve healthcare in Oelwein. And as I said in the letter, we are willing to facilitate those discussions. We are willing to push to increase both facilities, capacity, and providers in the community. And hopefully that includes retaining you as well. So what I'm asking the council is, if that's acceptable to all of you, I'd like just a motion in support of sense of the council, so that when I send this to Mr. Duesenberry, and obviously Dr. Lee will get one, it reflects the sense of this council as well. So
Second.
motion second is discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I know it's not what you need.
No, it isn't. And the difficulty is that what we need is your endorsement for the things that are in that coalition, strong endorsement, and push. The noun push was used. We haven't seen any push, because they're not interested in doing any of that. Okay? That's been the problem. They're not interested in doing any of that. We've achieved profits over the last decade. It should have been reinvested, we shouldn't have to tell them. Now that we've been telling them for 3 years, all we get is retaliation. So, you know, to help, and I appreciate the desire to resituate in the community, but that's not the real issue. It does me personally no good to resituate in the community to continue to feed that system and have it not be responsible for these needs. It's like giving an alcoholic a can of beer, okay? We need to rise together as a community, and if you talk about push and getting some response and having common ground, then I think we have a much greater likelihood of them responding to these things if city government would be more vocal in saying, these are the things our community anticipates. These are the things we need. That has not happened here. And I think it makes them easier to do things that are less than savory, at least in my view. So, I've said enough. I don't know why that lease still cannot be renegotiated, why there's reticence to do something when there's been something for 22 years. We're not talking about me occupying the whole wing of the hospital. You've seen a big story now about how they're going to renovate the hospital. You'll read my editorial that talks about how that's a shell game and a sham and a smoke screen to hide what they're really up to here. But I'd rather have the patience and folks visit a little bit too. I think they're more than
And Anthony, I would ask you,